Hi everyone, it's Anthony over at Life Rooms. Hope you're all staying well at home and looking after yourselves. Today's dish, what we're going to be doing today is my burrito. It's a vegetarian burrito, delicious. So let's get cooking. Right, so let's begin. I'm just going to take you through some of the ingredients that we're going to be using today. So we've got the peppers, onions and some spring onions going on there. Now you'll notice they're already cooked. And the reason being is on all the other recipes we've got loads of knife skills and things like that. So if you do want to know how to cut these, get yourself along and have a look at some of those other recipes. So we've got some shredded lettuce, okay, some shredded iceberg lettuce. We've got some lovely cheese. We've got a mixture of cheddar and red Leicester. We've got some Mexican rice. Now the Mexican rice, dead simple with that one. I like to use the sachets of microwave rice. It's really nice. Some really nice flavours in there, and it's just 2 minutes, dead simple. And we've got some Quorn pieces. So these are really good. So they reform. So this is a total vegetarian dish. So just coming along over here, okay. So in this saucepan here, what we've got is we've got some 1 tin of tomatoes and a tin of 5 bean salad. Now this is going to be added to our stir fry as we go, so it's dead simple. Okay, a little bit of salt and pepper in there and a little bit of fajita mix. And I've also bought some of this fajita seasoning, so it's dead simple. You can buy loads of different ones, Cajuns and things like that. So this one's a nice fajita one, so keeping with the Mexican feel. So let's get started. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the vegetables first, okay, in a nice hot pan, a little bit of fry oil in there, and then we're just going to put a nice mixture in there. Make sure we get some green, some red, some plenty of colour, okay. We'll leave that for a second batch, okay. I'm just going to put a little bit of salt and pepper on there. I'm going to use tongs for this one, nice and easy. So while that's ticking away, I just want to talk to you a little bit about the tortillas that we're going to be using. So I've got some seeded tortillas. They're nice and flexible, nice and large as well. And then I've got some plain white ones here. Also what I've done in preparation is I get a sheet of tinfoil and a sheet of greaseproof paper. What this is for wrapping later on. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there and I'm going to set this up now to make life a little bit easier. And I'm going to use a seeded one first. Now the great thing about the seeded ones is they've got lots of fibre and lots of different proteins in there, so it's dead nice. And it adds a little bit more flavour to it as well. So while this has started to tick away, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of the Quorn pieces, and I'm just going to tip those in there. Now, obviously, you can use chicken, beef, whatever you want in there. You don't feel limited to what I've decided to use, okay? So just while this is ticking away, and what we're looking for is we're looking for the vegetables to wilt and a little bit of colour on that on the Quorn, okay? So we'll just let that tick away. Keeping that stirring. That's ready to go, and I feel prepared, ready to go. Now my rice, what I've done, I've already heated this up, so this is nice and hot, ready for me already. Okay. Great stuff. Okay. Right, so that's started to soften now, which is great. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of the fajita seasoning. So I'm just going to sprinkle that in. You're looking for about a teaspoon and a half maybe in there. Okay. And then what we're going to do is give that a nice mix in, so you can smell those Mexican flavours. There's that cumin in there, sweet paprika. A little bit of chilli, it's hitting the back of my throat, which is nice. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of the tomato and 5 bean salad in there. Now, we're not looking for a wet sauce where it's drowning in sauce. We're just looking for a little bit of moisture in there. So I'm just going to put in like 3 or 4 in there. And then I'm just going to give it a nice mix. So it's basically, you're looking for it to almost be like a bind for it rather than necessarily a sauce. So you see it's almost dried up instantly, and that's what we want. We want that little bit of tomato moisture but not drowning in it. So we're going to leave that in for a second. I'm going to show you now what we're going to do. So leave that ticking, which is great. I'm going to show you how to start building that burrito. So what we're going to do, I always start with the rice. You can do this any way you want. This is just my logic. So if you want to do it a different way, that's absolutely fine. So what you want to do is you get a nice couple of spoonfuls of rice, and you're basically making the bed. So this is the bed, the start of the burrito. So we make that bed. Now you see I'm all set up on this tin foil and greaseproof paper, and you'll see why in a minute. I'll show you that. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get a little bit of this. Now this was already on, so we've got the heat going on through as well. So I'm going to get a nice mixture of the filling. And I'm going to pop that on there. So we've got the peppers, we've got the chicken, we're going to get the beans in there as well. Make sure you get a nice combination. It's good working with the tongs because it allows you to choose what you want. Now you'll notice I'm working in the middle. That's where we need to work. Okay, it's like a lengthways. Okay, I'm just going to turn that down a little bit now, just while I'm working over here. Use that little B. Okay, so then what we need to do is we need to get a little bit of the iceberg lettuce on the top. Now this is going to give us the crunch and the colour. That's exactly what we want. So we're going to put that on the top. Nice bit of there. And then we're going to finish it with this lovely mixture of cheese. So the cheese is going to go on there. Look at that. Thing of beauty that is. So then what we're going to do is, what you need to do is very much like what we've done in previous sessions. We've done it on with the tortilla. We're going to roll it over. Now this is where it might challenge me, so this is where it might be a bit difficult. I'm going to pull all that ingredients back in and tuck it all in the sides. I'm going to roll all that over. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold the side of the paper in, this side of the paper in, and then we're going to roll it all together. Perfect, all ready to go. So I'm going to show you that in a minute. I'm going to cut that up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do one more for you, okay, so that you can see it done. And hopefully it'll roll a bit better than that one for me. We'll give it a go. So I'm going to use a white tortilla this time. Show you a little bit differently. Okay, so again we're going to start with that rice. Now the great thing about these is what you can do is you can make up a load of them. So you could make up your family's worth and just have them warming in the oven just while you get yourself organised, so you keep them nice and warm. That tinfoil will keep it nice and insulated, and lovely. So the rice is going in there, so we've got that rice bed again. Again, we're going to go for the chicken, the vegetarian chicken, which makes no sense, I apologise, but you know what I mean, the Quorn pieces. So we're going to get that in there. And we're just going to scoop that on. Try and make sure you get a nice balance of all the ingredients. And the smells, honestly, the smells are amazing. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to go for the lettuce now. Nice big bit of iceberg lettuce on there. This is the crunch, the lovely fresh crunch. And then finish with the cheese. So this is, it's all about, it's like a lunch meal in one. So there's no extra stuff, it's all in there. So just fold that side up a little bit. And I'm going to try and get it a little bit neater this time, fingers crossed. I'm just going to pull all that ingredients in. Push the sides in. And then again, we'll bring it back and then we're just going to roll that. Sorry, sides in first. And then we're just going to roll that in. Lovely. And it's best to leave it for a couple of minutes just to get it all going so that all the ingredients join together. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a knife, and then what we'll do is I'll cut it and I'll show you the filling. So we've got our plate ready to go, and I've got a nice serrated edge now, so I'm just going to cut into it, fingers crossed it's all lovely inside, but let's have a little look. So I'm just going to cut at an angle, nice sawing motion, saw through the tin foil. Oh, look at that, absolutely perfect, look at that. Right. The flavours and everything, the textures and everything going on, that's brilliant, that's exactly what I wanted. So please try this at home, it's a great dish. Great for the family, get everybody involved. And remember to have a look at the back catalogue of all the things that we've got going on, all the Life Rooms content, there's so much on there, so just get yourself on there and have a look. And remember, stay well, stay at home and stay safe. Thank you so much for listening, take care.